Hi guys, it's Ashley and I'm back this week with a new video for Hip Kit Club using the July kits and cut files. I'm going to start out in Silhouette Studio because I'm going to show you some stuff I did on my layout to create kind of a cool text look for this week. So I opened one of our July cut files. I designed this one and I'm just going to trace part of it. So I went to Object and Trace, and now I'm doing Select Trace Area, and I just want the words you and me. Once I select that, I do the high pass filter and then click trace under apply trace method. So now I have those words, and I'm going to alter it a little bit. So I want to release the compound path to be able to move things around. I'm going to make it where it goes in a straight line instead of having the words one under the other. So I'm just going to move those around. When you release the compound path, everything for the red lines is going to be released. So if you're moving something, make sure you select everything all at one time, or you're going to leave pieces of it behind. So I just grouped it together so I could make it easier to move around. And I already had this kind of worked out just so I could see what it looked like. And this is just a copy and paste. You can see right there I forgot to group that, so it did move without the rest of it. But I wanted it this size, so I'm going to bring it in, and what I'm doing is creating a background for my layout. And I'm going to use the Silhouette sketch pens to draw this on white cardstock from the cardstock add-on kit. So what I'm just doing is copy and pasting this, and it's going to be the full background for the words you and me on my layout. So I'm just kind of getting it lined up, and then you can see here in just a second I'm going to show you the full page with all of the words on it, just trying to move things over a little bit. And then here's what it looks like with all of the words on the background. So what I did was just sent that to my Cameo, and I wanted to use two different color sketch pens, so I turned off the cut for everything. You can do that under the cut settings and just do no cut, because I wanted to cut with two different colors. So I'm going to select what I want to cut, and I think I select all the words first. Yes. So I select those without picking up the hearts, and then I go back over to the cut settings and click cut once I have that. So I'll send that to my Silhouette Cameo, and it's going to draw that with a yellow sketch pen first. When you get ready to go back, you'll reverse the process. You'll go back and select these words again and tell it no cut, and then you select the hearts and tell it to cut. But do not remove your paper from your Cameo, because if you do and then put it back in and you send it back through to draw the hearts, it's not going to line up. So make sure you leave it in your Cameo if you're doing two different colors like this before you send it back through to do the heart shapes. Okay, and then I'm going to show you something else. This is an overlay that I made to go over the top of the text words with the Silhouette sketch pen. So I'm going to show you how you can see that the words are overlapping, so it's not going to cut all the way to the edge. So I'm going to show you how I fixed this to give me some cut lines. So all you have to do is draw a box, the box tool, and you want to draw it like I'm doing on the outside of what you want to disappear. Once you have that drawn, I'm just going to group everything together here for all my words for the background. And I cut this from one of our exclusive papers. And once I have that done, I'm going to go up to the modify window and click on it. And now I'm going to click and make sure I have everything selected, the box and the words, and I'm just going to click on crop. And when I do that, it's going to take away the excess that's around the edge. Or I'm sorry, I clicked subtract, not crop. And it takes it a minute because it's processing, cutting all that excess away. And see how it gave you an edge of cut lines. So now when you cut, you're not going to have to worry about part of it being still stuck to the Cameo mat and not fully cut, because your Cameo mat only cuts to a certain point. So now you'll have that cut and it'll be ready to go on your page. So those are fairly simple ways that you can add some fun text look to your layout. And so here you can see I've already drawn the background, and I wanted to add some watercolor so that yellow would pop out a little bit more. You could do different colors on this if you wanted to. I did just all yellow for the words on this because I wanted it to have kind of a yellow and pink look on the layout. So I just kind of kept my brush pretty dry. I didn't want it too wet to make the background crinkle a lot. So I wanted it fairly flat. And so I just do a little bit for you there. And I left the hearts open. I didn't paint those because they already kind of had a pop to them with that pink, and since they were a little smaller. And now you can see I have the words that I cut, and I liked this paper. It has kind of an ombre look from the lighter yellow down to the pink, and so I'm just kind of arranging these, kind of getting them in place to match up where they were on the silhouette mat in the program. So I'm just placing them, getting them where I want them, and then I'm going to go back and add all of my adhesive to these. And I do add some stitching. I wanted to stitch over the words to give them some texture. And since we're kind of focusing on text and alphas on this layout, I wanted the background to be kind of bold, and I like to use a lot of text and words on my layout, so this was kind of a fun challenge for this week, figuring out a way to incorporate text. And I like the artsy look that the paint in the background gives, and then kind of the watercolor effect that looks like it's on the words that I cut from the Hip Kit Club exclusive paper in this month's kit. So once I get all those down, I'm going to add some color shine before I do the stitching, because I didn't want the black color shine to go over my white stitching. So I just add that first, and now you can see that I've stitched off camera. And I'm just going to use a black and white photo that I'm going to kind of put in the middle here. And I'm just going to layer everything kind of right over the background words. I'm using some of the gold thickers for part of the title, just because I wanted it to be you and me together. And I kind of keep everything clustered right here all together around the photo, just because I had a lot going on with the background. It kind of already looks embellished, so I didn't have to add a lot to that, but I also didn't want to cover up a lot of that. So I keep everything right here kind of around the photo. And I'm bringing in some of the embellishments that I want to use, and just a little bit of Amy Tangerine, Pink Paisley, some of our Hip Kit Club exclusives for this month. So there was another cute little heart that said you and me, so I also added that right there beside the photo. And then I liked these black words that we had on the puffy sticker sheet, and I pulled this one off trying to find somewhere to put it, but for some reason it just was not going with the flow of what I wanted to do, so I decided not to use it, and went with these words. And I like that contrast of the black and white with all of the color in the background. And apparently I had not opened this package yet, so I had some trouble getting the adhesive off of the back. And I'm just looking for anything out of here that I want to use for the wood veneers. And I kept the embellishing pretty simple. I didn't add a whole lot, as you'll see at the end. But I really liked the way this looked with the kind of bold yellow and pink there in the background. So I was happy with the way it turned out at the end. So I'm just adding some liquid adhesive to that wood veneer. The color on it went great with the color in the background. So still searching around for whatever I want to add, just to go along with the layout. And that was from the ephemera pack, but it matched the puffy sticker words, so I really liked that. And then wanted to add a little bit different dimension, so I added the chipboard from the Project Life sticker pack. So I'm just going to kind of finish up with a couple of things here, just getting them in place. And you'll see the finished layout here at the end and some close-ups. If you haven't had a chance to get the July kit, you can visit the website, and I'll have that in the comments below. We also have our August kit. Let's see, I didn't say July. If you haven't had a chance to get our July kit, you can check the website. We also have our August kit coming up, so you'll want to check that out too. It's got a lot of new American Crafts goodies in it. So make sure you take a look over there. I also have my blog link and the link to the Hip Kit blog in the comments below. So thanks for joining me this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's layout, and I will see you next time.